Nice. Hello and welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with Green White Black Maverick, a deck we luckily 5-0'd with last time we played it on Sunday, which is very cool. But of course on Sunday we were playing in a metagame with Breach. So of course Breach has been banned from Legacy. A little bit of a shake-up. I know there's a lot of players on it. It was obviously dominating the top tables across multiple events, and did really well, especially in the last, I believe it was a showcase. I don't think it was a challenge where there was two players, Marcus and Callum, I believe, facing off with Jeskai, Breach, which is kind of cool. So we'll see how that goes. Not sure if my stream crashed before. Hopefully not. We'll see if it goes okay from now on. So this list isn't too different to just the pre-Breach list that we played with. The only difference is that I've taken out a Dryad Militant from the main deck, and I've added in a Sylvan Safekeeper. So Safekeeper is pretty sweet as 4th Mum. I think it's actually better than 4th Mum, especially in this deck where you can get it with Green Sun Zenith, which is nice. You can also just win out of nowhere with the Knight of the Reliquary. If your opponent doesn't think you can put all your lands into your yard, they might not set up the defenses or have the removal for your Knight, which is really nice. So Safekeeper is pretty sweet as well because it does work as soon as it's in play. You don't have to wait a turn for it to actually have Summoning Sickness like Mother of Runes, which is pretty cool. So I think Safekeeper is going to be in the deck for a little while now. We'll see how it performs. Hopefully pretty good. Usually you see it in more of the Dark Depths decks because it gives protection from Karakas and a few other things. I'm down to 3 Thalia as well. I'm a big fan of Collector Ouphe still in the main deck. And I think that against a lot of decks where Ouphe is really good, it kind of acts like Thalia, turning off Mox Diamonds or, you know, Lotus Petals, LEDs, Aether Vials. It definitely can tax your mana, your opponent in a different way. So Collector Ouphe is still pretty good. Where is that spicy Flagstones? I do like Flagstones in the green-white Depths decks, especially with Sylvan Elvish Reclaimer. It's pretty sweet. Other changes was just a main deck Hex Drinker. So Hex Drinker is pretty sweet. I feel like there's a few decks in the format that can't really deal with it once it's actually leveled up to 3. It's really good in this deck as well because we do have access to Gaea's Cradle. So there are ways to kind of level it up out of nowhere, which is kind of nice. It's a pretty great threat. It's great to have as well as just a Green Sun Zenith for 1 threat. It's not something that we're really used to in Maverick. Usually we're spending at least 2 or 3 mana, or at least going for a 2 or 3 CMC creature with Green Suns to find a threat. So Hex Drinker is going to be pretty fun to play with. I've seen it in a few 5-0 lists. A lot of people are trying it out as just a one of, so I think it should be pretty nice. The rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. I'm still a fan of the 2 Engineer, 2 Abrupt Decay split. When there was a bit more combo and miracles around, I was a pretty big fan of Prelate in the main deck, especially because Prelate for 1 is usually something that you don't really have to worry about because Source Plowshares is kind of irrelevant in those matchups, but it can really turn off your opponent, which is nice. So Prelate is tech that I've definitely stepped away from as of recently. It could definitely come back as well. It's a really nice hate bear that just, of course, also attacks, which is nice. It applies pressure. So Prelate's pretty cool, especially in this deck where we do have access to mana dorks and a bit of, you know, the ability to play a turn 3 spell on turn 2 is pretty nice, and it's something that your opponent might not expect. To the board, pretty straightforward. 2 Force of Vigor to deal with any equipment decks, anything like Storm, maybe. It's more so for some of the Blood Moon decks, and really just beating up on equipment decks. There's also some Karn decks that are going around that are pretty crazy, playing a bunch of Vault Key effects with Grim Monolith. So Force would be pretty nice there. I just really like that Maverick's finally got a free spell that we can actually tap out for and still have it. So I think a lot of the time in the past, you know, if you're tapped out with Maverick, it means you have nothing, and your opponent can pretty much play at their free will of how they want to. outside of something like Mindbreak Trap against Storm. So Force of Vigor definitely adds that element of surprise. I really like as well that you do have the ability to 2 for 2. It's not just a 2 for 1 every time. So I think Force is really nice. The Graveyard Hate setup is still interesting. Bog's funny because I thought that with Breach in the format, the Graveyard decks were a little bit slower because we weren't seeing so much Reanimator and Dredge, because a lot of the hate for Breach kind of hit up on them as well. So Bog, in my opinion, is a little bit slow for Graveyard Hate, especially in this deck where we don't even have access to crop rotation. It's really relying on a turn 1 Manadorka, turn 2 Knight, and then maybe having Bog turn 3. But if we're going to keep seeing a few mid-range decks, and I don't mind having Bog in the deck, especially with Knight, it's really nice. And especially in the Night Mirrors as well. The meta is going to be interesting. I don't think it will change too much. I do expect a lot of fast decks to come out of it. I feel like after bannings, you see a lot of Black-Red Reanimator come out because people know that Black-Red Reanimator is probably pretty good. It's a pretty fast deck. And also I think that maybe a lot of players might be pulling a lot of their hate for Breach, which kind of lowers their defenses against decks like Reanimator. I think we'll probably see Snowco. I think Snowco is still really good. We usually see some Death and Taxes this time at night. Delver still seems really good. I definitely don't have any expectations for the meta, especially 12 hours. 12 hours out from the ban? No, 24 hours out of the ban. So that should be pretty interesting. I know we're not playing against Breach. That's all I know about the meta. Savine's Reclamation has been pretty nice, especially against the Delver decks. Just being able to get value off it has been really good. We've even actually had some concessions in response to the flashback. So I like Reclamation in the deck. It's probably the flex slot of the sideboard. I think there's probably a better card, but right now I just really like Reclamation, so I'm a big fan of it. And then Vraska is pretty sweet because it's probably our best way to deal with Oko. Punishing Maverick does have blasts to actually deal with Oko as a 1-for-1 on the stack. But otherwise, a lot of the time we're down a card when dealing with Oko, or at least down value. Vraska is nice because it has the Abrupt Decay effect, and it also sticks around. So if your opponent hasn't somehow made a 3-3 and you don't have defenses and you lose your Vraska, it's okay, but it's nice that it does stick around. That's what I really like. So Vraska's been pretty sweet, and I've really enjoyed it in the deck. That's pretty much it. Let's see how this league goes. Should be pretty fun. Pretty high on Maverick right now. It actually, if you haven't seen, the green-white variant of Maverick took down the Legacy Challenge, which is very cool. I actually interviewed the winner, Kevin Place, on the Green Sun Zenith, so if you want to see that, you can check it out here. We are playing a league with Maverick. Alright. Ooh. Jack, what do you expect the meta to be? Do you have any expectations of what the meta should be? Or anyone in chat? I'd love to know your opinions. Hey, HG Boot. Welcome. Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice, having a nice week. Alright. Game 1. Let's see how this goes. On the play against Lark Blue. And this hand is pretty sweet. We have Acceleration and Noble Hierarch, which is nice. Thalia is pretty good on the play against most decks. We have enough mana for everything. The Dryad Arbor is a little bit dead, but I think I'm pretty happy to keep this and see how it goes. Yeah, Belch is one of those decks as well that's just a little bit too quick. That yeah, can definitely get under a lot of hate. Go for Savannah and just play Hierarch. Yeah, coronavirus has hit me as well. I've been out of work today. The whole company was working at home, and then tomorrow as well. The whole company is working at home just because, just to play it safe, really. But yeah, pretty hectic. Hope everyone is well. It's pretty hard to stay away from it. It's in the media a lot. Obviously, there's a pretty big concern about how it's spreading. But I wish good health to anyone here. Interesting. I kind of like going with Thalia here and then Sylvan Safekeeper. Ah, meant to cast the Thalia first around days. Hopefully that doesn't come back. I just misclicked there. I'm gonna get a Scrubland. Please don't daze this. Okay. A little bit in the clear there. If this is against Miracles, then playing Teeg next turn is really nice. I definitely feel like this is Miracles. So having Sylvan Safekeeper with Teeg is pretty nice. Unless they have something like main deck Karakas, I don't really see them getting out of that outside of something like Council's Judgment. So if my opponent does keep up mana during my turn, they can force the Teeg. But otherwise, it's pretty good for us. Delta, interesting. Double blue, okay. Well, that's pretty nice for us. They played a land for turn. They can't cast anything free, of course. So this Teeg's definitely coming down next turn. Catacombs, interesting. I think we just go for Teeg and Dryad Arbor and try to get a beatdown going. Kind of want to keep this fetch land around for most likely Sylvan Library. Yeah, no snow-covered lands is interesting. At least it means they're most likely not an Icefang Codal deck, which is really nice. That card's a bit of a beating for Maverick when trying to know when to actually attack and when not to. It could even be something like High Tide. High Tide's seen a little bit of play recently, so that would be kind of cool. I'm still thinking it's Miracles, but unsure. If it is a combo deck, then I'm very happy about having these two out. Okay, Ancient Tomb probably means this is something closer to Show and Tell. Interesting. Exile all cards from your library, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Okay. Maybe this is some sort of Thassa's Oracle deck? Hey, Anzi, welcome to the stream. Interesting. I haven't played against this deck yet, so this is kind of exciting. Scavenging Ooze. Not the greatest card, but at least it can apply some pressure. Oracle and Jace as Wincon. Interesting. I guess we definitely have to attack. So we can have nearly a 2-turn clock. 2, 4, 6, I go to 7. And then the following turn, Scavenging Ooze gets us there. They could very much so have Force of Will for the Scoos. But that still puts them down to lethal because we would then have 6 left over. Oh, they can't force through Teeg, of course. Apologies. Apologies. Alright. Let's see what they got. This is an interesting card. Ooh. Sheldock Isle. Oh. Is that just it? I think that's just it, right? Yeah. Classic. Okay. Here's a question. So with Thassa's Oracle, when it ETBs, you look at the top X cards of your library where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to one of them. I can't actually see through this. This is kind of annoying. Interesting. Let's look at it here. Thassa's. There we go. Yeah, I was wondering if there was a play where maybe if we caught onto this earlier, we could have got Blast Zone to 2, and maybe in response to the ETB trigger, we could blow it up. I think that does something. When Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Okay. Put up to one of them on top, and the rest on the bottom. It doesn't? Interesting, okay. I thought it would check here. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. But if on resolution, this doesn't see Thassa's Oracle, I guess we'll find out. So this is going to be an interesting one. I guess Thoughtseize is pretty good, especially with Surgical. Veil does nothing because it wins them the game. Choke's pretty good. Engineers can most likely come out. If you kill it, the devotion is 0. Yeah, that's what I thought. Definitely taking out Plagues. I don't mind questing Beast, especially if they're on the Jace plan. I guess they kind of just probably win if they have the Jace, but Skews can most likely come out. I don't think Collector Ouphe is necessary. Ah, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I think Collector Ouphe can come out. We have Qasali Pridemage just in case they do have something. 2 more cards. Might go down on a Wasteland. I think Wasteland's fine. I think Tracker's okay. Maybe Tracker's better than Fourth Knight. Just because at least Tracker allows us to maybe draw into some of these cheaper interactive spells. See how this goes. And if there is a game 3, we can adapt and relook at it. Pretty cool to see this deck in Legacy though. Sadly, this is a one-lander with Wasteland. If this was a fetch land, I would be very happy to keep it, because then we can probably Thoughtseize off a Bayou and then also have Green Suns. We'll mulligan this. This is a lot better. We'll keep this, and I think we just bottom the second Green Suns. So I think my play is actually going to be with this hand. Turn 1 Zenith for Dryad Arbor off a Bayou, and then turn 2 we can Thoughtseize and Thalia. And then if we draw a land between those 2 turns, we can then cast Choke with Thalia out, which is kind of nice. So I think that's my plan. I think turn 1 Dryad Arbor, turn 2 Thalia and Thoughtseize, and then turn 3 Choke. So we'll put back a Green Suns. I don't think there's anything that I really want to get straight away with Thoughtseize, so I'm pretty happy just trying to build out my mana here. So let's go for Bayou and then play Green Suns. Why not save Thoughtseize for them for when they cast Paradigm Shift? I've got to read that card again. Hey Miguel, welcome. We're currently down a game to Thassa's Oracle combo. Pretty sweet. That's true. I wonder how many shifts they're playing. And I kind of hope that with the Thoughtseize I can just lock them out. I can either take something like a Force of Will. I think it's fine to try to get as much information first off than trying to keep them 1 card off. You're 2-0 with Goblins? Very cool. Qasali. I'm pretty happy to see what they're doing here. If I can land these 2 over the next 2 turns, I'm going to be pretty happy. So I'm pretty happy to take the Force here, because the Force is what deals with the Thalia. And Thalia at least keeps these two Planeswalkers away a little bit. And then of course if we draw into Choke, then if we draw into a land, we're pretty happy. So I think taking Force here is fine. Even though Jace is a piece that they, or a piece that actually wins them the game, I think getting down Thalia here is just too good for me. Hopefully Jace is pretty hard to cast. Interesting. Playing a Tomb for Brainstorm, perhaps. Sylvan Library. I guess Sylvan Library at least means we can most likely get into a land next turn. They can also Brainstorm away the second Tomb and also the Jace if they wish. They need to find probably a fetch land to get a green source for Oko, so I'm assuming that's the plan. It's pretty nice because if Oko does come down this turn and deals with Thalia, they can then also deal with Choke by forcing it, because Thalia will no longer be turned on. Alright. Interesting, going up to 6. Well, now we just need to see a land. Okay, that's nice. Wasteland's pretty nice as well, but I think here we just pay 8. Do I need to? Maybe I keep the Wasteland around. Bottom this. Interesting, going after us. That's okay. I guess Swords to Plowshares actually isn't that great in this deck, so maybe Swords is a card we can take out if we get another turn. Green Suns, interesting. So I still have the option to Green Suns for 3 if I wish. Hey, Squad Chief. Welcome. Big fan of your work. Pridemage attack with Thalia is pretty nice. You just woke up? Nice. That's fair enough. I guess we are on opposite sides of the world, so that makes a lot of sense. And Green Suns can just stay in hand for now. I guess if they want to keep the Oko around, they kind of have to leave this food back. I can't really see them having anything unless they like want to untap and maybe play another island and like tap out for Oracle. It's pretty horrible. So I think food here is going to be on defense, which is really nice for us. Yeah, thankfully the sun could have been for 3 if we still had the Wasteland. Because we'd have 2 mana to pay for Thalia as well, and then 3 mana left over. Yeah, sadly, Green Suns for QB isn't the greatest because of the food. They can still block with it and then just Oko the questing beast. I guess Cradle's a pretty good pickup if we can draw into that, but I know Verdant's on top. Blast Zone, interesting. Put on top, put on top. Interesting. They didn't attack with the food, but they also didn't block with it. Maybe I don't mind going for Scryb Ranger, because at least it's something that can't be hit by Oko. Everything else can, and everything else is kind of annoying. I guess... Hexdrink is pretty good. Hexdrink is pretty good because it also gets the counters even if it gets Oko'd. I kind of like Hexdrinker. You can find the deck list on the... Why can't I search? What did I just do? Oh, no. Oh, did I just mess up my... Oh, of course, I gotta use one more. Oh, that's classic. That is classic. Oh, haha. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Yep. Yep. We even talked about Thalia. We discussed this. That's really rough. That is punt number 1. So this is interesting. I feel like I should be dealing with this now, because a swing for 6 isn't that great. At least we can try to draw into Swords to Plowshares. Scrub Ranger, nice. There she is. Okay, that's a lot better. So let's go put on top and pay for this. Pretty happy to Swords this. See if they have Force. At worst, it taps down one of their lands, which is kind of nice. I could have attacked them as well, that's a misplay. Could have attacked with Dryad Arbor for 1. Apologies. Yeah, the old 2 mana shuffle. Attack for 4. Hopefully they can't, I guess choke's pretty hard because they can't kind of do 2 things in a row. Oof. Not close, which is nice. Interesting card. I like this card a lot. This card always tells me that the deck is going to have some sort of shenanigans in it. Okay, we get the Verdant to shuffle, which is nice. Sheldock Isle also a blue source that doesn't tap down to choke, which is relevant. Ugh. They're doing something. At least they're setting up for something. Okay, we'll definitely fetch. Just get that forest. Questing Beast one time. Decay. I wonder if I want to go after the Lotus Petal. I kind of feel like I do. Probably in their upkeep as well. Do I do it now? Just pay 4 for Mum. I think we just do it now. I don't think there's any reason to do it in their upkeep. The only reason I wouldn't do it in their upkeep is if they have some way to win with 5 mana or instant speed. I don't believe they do. It does mean they tap a mana, but at least that mana is most likely going to be Sheldock Isle. I guess we can do it. Upkeep's usually best practice, so... They didn't sack it as well, so that's kind of a little win. Oh, Brainstorm, okay. Nice, okay. Yeah, that's fair enough, especially if they were playing at that to maybe cast something at end step. Just make sure that it wasn't. Do I want to change anything? I don't think I do. We did see Lotus Petal, so maybe it's worth talking about Collector Ouphe. Maybe I can go down on swords to like 2, if that. Maybe I don't even care about swords. Maybe Force of Vigor isn't the worst. Vrask is kind of cool because it deals with Oko, but... Veil's interesting. I guess Veil does mean some things won't get countered, and it also means I can protect from Oko. Maybe Veil's even just good enough as a cycle through the deck. Maybe it's better than in any of this. Yeah, I think Force might be a bit too much. Maybe just another Knight. Scavenging Ooze is also interesting, but I don't think that's where we want to be. Maybe it is just Knight. Vrask is probably a little bit too much. I guess it can deal with Oko, but I don't think as a one-of I want to have it. I'd rather just have the extra Knight. Yeah, Screws is pretty bad. Alright, we'll go with this and see how it goes. Hey, Killer of Sheep. Thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what do you play in Legacy? Now, this hand is an interesting one because a green source at the top kind of turns it on. But otherwise, it's pretty bad. I've never been a fan on the stream to keep hands that only have 1 land. And this definitely isn't a difference to that. This is a little bit more meh, but it does have all the mana in the world, we really get to cast anything that we draw into, which is kind of nice. Maybe a little bit too fair, but I don't think going to 5 is going to really accomplish anything. So I'm going to keep this and drop Dryad Arbor. Plains. Could have probably kept the fetch land because we have the forest to use. I did want to get a black source out of the deck. Oh, you play 7 point? Very cool. What do you play in 7 point? Library's nice. Probably the card that I really wanted there. What are we playing against? We're playing against... it looks like a blue-green deck. That plays... Come on now. Thassa's Oracle. UG inverter without inverter. I like that. Oh, just a pass. That's interesting. I wonder if they have intuition. Wasteland looks pretty good here. And Thalia. Okay, well, we'll definitely pay. Please don't. Oh, do nothing? Nice. Force pitching Thought Lash. What is Thought Lash? Haha. Accumulated upkeep. Ah, very cool card. Exile top card of your library. When a player doesn't play Thought Lash, just accumulated upkeep. That player exiles all cards from their library. Very cool. Okay. I think he would just play the Hierarch and beat for 3. Wow, okay. Well, this is where Sylvan Library becomes really good, because now we can really try to be a bit more aggressive and try to find a card that's going to win us the game. Choke's pretty nice, but Questing Beast is there. I'm going to pay another 4 for this, put this back, play a land, go for Beast. Yes. Oh, so good. 6 a turn. It'll be 7 a turn next turn because we get the extra bit of Exalted from Qasali Pridemage. Yeah, Killer. What type of Maverick do you play in Legacy or want to play in Legacy? Rough. And it looks like my opponent has just, unfortunately, stumbled on mana there, which is pretty sad. That deck seemed pretty sweet. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more of it, but. Obviously, Maverick has some pretty good hate pieces in main deck Thalia. And then also, from the sideboard, Thoughtseize and Choke seem really good. So we get up, which is cool. Very nice. 1-0. Yeah, that's very true. Seeing more of it most likely means losing, but... Yeah, maybe that was all of it. Maybe we actually saw all the relevant pieces. We saw Jace, we saw Oko. Yeah. The combo can cost as little as 5 under Thalia. Yeah, that's true. I guess it kind of can win out of nowhere. Like game 1 was literally win out of nowhere. Yeah, Power Shift and Lash. That's very true. We kind of did see it all. I guess there's a lot of cantrips as well. A lot of fluff. It's probably a deck that has to run a bit of fluff. Yeah, that's very true. I guess once the angle of the combo is turned off, it's probably hard for that deck to win. There is a deck where you you kind of change. You either don't draw a card for the rest of the game, or you can pay life to draw a card or something. There's a deck that does nothing and it plays this, and like you switch to your opponent's deck or something, and you play from that. I've got to find that card. I'll definitely play first, and this hand's pretty rough. Against combo, it's obviously pretty bad with the double swords. Against a fair deck, it's pretty good. The one advantage of this hand is that we do have mana for a turn 2 3-drop. But if I draw another land, I'm pretty unhappy. I guess the Wasteland is a spell, but yeah, I think it's a blue enchantment. I'm gonna mulligan this. I want some action. This is better, but it really relies on Mum sticking around, because then the Cradle's turned off if not. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this and drop the Ooze, because it's got a really high upside if Mum sticks around. If we lose really fast as well, we act like we're just on death and taxes, which is kind of nice. What are we going to see? Flooded Strand, okay. Oh, Flooded Strand pass, even better. Well, now I don't mind just playing Thalia. Looks like a force. What are they pitching? What are they pitching? Force pitch Preordain. Okay, some sort of combo deck. Maybe it's okay to attack if Preordain's a card. I feel like Preordain is more in the combo decks and most likely won't have an answer for Mum in game 1. But the downside is that then it turns off the Cradle. So I think just because of that, I think because of our mana constraint, I don't want to attack there. But if the mana was a little bit better, then I could see us attacking into a Flooded Strand. Okay, this looks more like force and these colors. Interesting. Doomsday. Ah, so cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, Thalia was pretty good. I'd love to know the pile. I'm not too familiar with Doomsday since 2016. So, very cool to see Doomsday around. Yeah, it definitely seems like an Oracle stack. Predict, Oracle, Petal, Unearth, something. That's cool. I think it is a pass turn stack. I think we do get one more turn. Okay, so they have Teferi. Oh, maybe Street Wraith? I guess they can Street Wraith. Sweet list. Interesting. I think Legacy's in a pretty tight spot. I think it's pretty cool. I guess another Thalia would be pretty good. Plague Engineer does nothing. Do we just attack? I guess we attack. We had nothing else to do. Haha. Cool. Rough, because even if we swords it, we still lose. Boarding. I think Thoughtseize is fine. We saw Teferi. We didn't really see anything else. I don't think it's a deck that really cares about Veil. We can definitely take out our 4 swords. And probably Playing Engineers as well. I'm trying to think if Doomsday might try to change pace and sideboard into a different Storm deck. But I feel like that's maybe overthinking. Choke's interesting. Kind of keeps them off mana. Is Choke just better than any of these cards? We have a lot of cards that aren't really relevant. I guess, like, Reclamation can get back a Thalia. Mentors will be interesting. Does Doomsday even care about Gaddock Teeg? Does Gaddock Teeg actually hinder us more by hitting Green Sun Zenith than it does hinder them? Maybe Teeg isn't worth it? It hits Force, that's it, yeah. Maybe I don't mind Engineer. It's pretty good against Mentor. We do still have 2 decays for Mentor as well, which is nice, which can also hit some of their pedal effects that they put out early if they want to play around Thalia. I'm just going to go ahead with this and see how it goes. And if we come back to a third game, then we can have a look at what we saw in game 2. This hand is sweet, we'll keep this. Pretty happy to go Forest Noble here, because I think I just want to get a Scrubland with the Windswept Heath, which can of course cast Noble. Alright, here we go. Oracle's made Doomsday really cool. There's actually a guy in Melbourne who plays Doomsday. I played against him at the last Eternal weekend. One of the brothers, I believe. One of the 2 brothers. Very nice guys. Hey, Echo, welcome to the stream. Currently won game 1 against an Oracle deck. We've actually played against 2 Oracle decks so far, which is pretty insane. Come on, Wasteland. Wasteland off the top would just really make my day. Ooh. Oracle's booming. Wasteland. You say it and it comes! You say it and it comes! Always. Do I want to Wasteland first? Doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't matter with the Noble Hierarch out as well. The next turn I don't really need the mana anyway. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know if they're a Dazed deck. I don't believe they would be a Dazed deck. But it does mean that if they did for some reason have Dazed in the deck, they can't be Dazed. Ooh, Ritual. Okay. Oh, crap. Well, that turned around. So surely it's just the same 5 cards. So I kind of have to find some sort of interaction here. I guess Surgical is pretty funny because they can Doomsday, put their pile down, and then if you Surgical, you get to shuffle it, which is pretty funny. I feel like Goblins just went down to Eldrazi. That seems pretty, yeah, pretty big. There's a word for it. Oh my god. Long day. Seems like a pretty tough matchup against Eldrazi. Ah, they went over Yard to Surgical from. Interesting. I guess then you need Wasteland and Surgical. Maybe there's a reason to keep Wasteland around. If we draw Surgical then, I'm going to be pretty unhappy. Ah, Doomsday doesn't exile itself. Okay, there we go. Yeah, very cool to see this card back. Back in action. Yeah, that does seem pretty cool. I'm trying to think, how often is the Doomsday pile different? I assume it depends on if something's in your hand that you actually want in the pile, but otherwise... Alright. What can we draw? Thoughtseize. Interesting. Maybe Thoughtseize helps? Rough. Okay. I guess that's just it. Ah. Interesting. Okay, now it's a race, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but I might as well say Wizard. They're fetching? To draw a card here? And then they have one card left in the deck? So they have... Actually? No. That's classic. That is classic. That is a pile. Nuts. Save that as pile. Rough. Oracle. Alright. At least Oracle's 1-1. That's tough. That's pretty funny though. Next time Pithing Needle, of course. Alright. Hopefully not another Oracle deck. Just for reasons other than it. This sounds great. Sounds really nice. Got a bit of everything. Yeah, Stifle Maverick seems cool. Yeah, Fox, 100%. I feel like you'd really like Doomsday as well. Bloodstain Mire. Okay, this looks like... Bloodstain Mire always gives me the impression this is just Black-Red Reanimator, but they got a Volk, which is kind of nice. Preordain. Let's see what they do with this Preordain, because if they bottom, I'm going to Wasteland. Bottom 1, okay. Windshift S. Windshift S. I did not know that was a thing. Echo, a huge thank you. That is very nice. I guess Wasteland gives them some information about my deck that they can then play a land and ponder, and maybe ponder their hand into a better, like, creature answer deck. If it is show and tell, at least if I get the Noble Hierarch out this turn, then next turn I can at least get out one of these two Hate Bears and maybe keep one in my hand for something like show and tell. So I think, yeah. We're just going to cast Hierarch. No, Daze is nice. I think Hierarch's great against Daze as well, because this could be some sort of blue-red Delver deck. Green Suns. Go for Thalia. I guess I could have also tapped that a little bit different. Because then if Thalia didn't resolve, I could play the Sylvan Safekeeper. Yeah, it's fine. I'm still pretty happy like this. I guess Bolt is pretty good. Alright. Haha, what did you misplay? I think I like going out to my mana here. I'm not going to play around Wasteland. I'm just going to go for another Noble. Still blue-red, okay. I feel like next turn I want to go Sylvan and then Gaddock Teeg, or a 3-drop if we play it, and then go for Questing Beast, but I guess we won't actually get a choice here. Yeah, it's an interesting thought. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the best angle of attack is for it. Hopefully I get the chance to just double block here. But my opponent with 5 cards in hand is pretty tough. Another one's pretty good. Swords. Ah, can't even green suns here, rough. Happy just to block like this. True name's pretty good. We do have the questing beast, but they can just have a daze here. We also need a land drop, so need multiple things to happen here. Tracker. We'll see how this slides. Might as well play it out. We have 21 minutes in the clock. Gotta win somehow. Rough. Come on now. Come on, land. Ah, classic. To be fair, my opponent can just have Bolt, but we have to make them have the Bolt. Maybe they have to brainstorm for it. If we win this game, that would be pretty hilarious. It's definitely a case of why you shouldn't concede. Pyromancer's fine. Now they're brainstorming. Okay. Hey, Jesus, what's happening? We're currently 1-1. Went down to an Oracle deck and then won against an Oracle deck. And now we're playing in game 1 against Blue-Red Delver. Could have conceded a little while ago, but luckily we got to Questing Beast, and if they don't find something here, Questing Beast just wins the game. I guess they aren't dead, but it looks like they just have Bolt here. Going down to 1. Ugh. Oh, another brainstorm. This is the most. This is fantastic. Did they just concede? Why would you concede? Surely, so they don't attack here, and then we have to attack with every. I guess. I mean, they can attack here with True Name, put us to 1, and then we swing back with the team. They can't actually block anything, so they have to keep the treatment on defense. Apologize. Interesting. Wow, that was they can't block Beast. They can block with True Name, so they have to keep True Name back. So they block True Name and then like double block, like block the Dryad, block the. Yeah, I guess Questing Beast is tough. They still have a draw step. They do still have a draw step. Nice to get that win. I think I'll just like choke. Veil's interesting, but we really need the mana for it. Doesn't have trample, yeah, which is interesting. I'm going to take out Teeg, I'm going to take out Pridemage and Collector Ouphe. I don't mind Veil, even just as a cycle. I might even go down on 1 library. I don't think we can't be too aggressive with library in this matchup, so I definitely don't want to see both of them. Yeah, this looks fine. Savines is interesting, but I think I'm happy just running this change and seeing how it goes. I think Savine's a little bit better on the play. I think Veil is as well, but this is a no. This is a no. If we draw a land, but I don't like those hands where you just have to draw a land. Let's mulligan this. We'll go to 5. And this is fine. We'll keep this. We'll bottom. I kind of like keeping double engineer. So I might drop Windswept and Blast Zone. I like doubling up, just in case one gets countered. We don't have a way to find the other Plague Engineer as well, so that's probably my reasoning for keeping the double Plague Engineer. Delver's fine. I don't mind Forest into Noble. I don't want to get locked out too early from Wasteland. Oh, no flip. Interesting. I wonder if that means they play a fetch land here. So then if they don't like what's on top, they can just fetch it away, reveal, and then fetch away. I think especially if they play second Delver here, we're just playing Plague Engineer here. It's just a little bit too good. There's no way I'm not playing Plague here. Scrubland. Plague. It's human, right? It's gotta be human. They even sixed. Huge upside. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Rough. Rough. I'll take it. Wizard for Dreadhorde? That's very cool. I guess... That's an interesting one. I think I like Human because it also turns off Young Pyromancer. Because Dreadhorde is also kind of turned off just by Plague Engineer itself. Because if they don't have an answer for it, then they just die when it swings in anyway. Because of the Death Touch. But yeah, I really like even just pointing out that you can name Wizard if you want to turn off Dreadhorde as well is really nice. But yeah, Sour Cream Suicide. Cool name. I can't say I've ever actually had sour cream before, but I have heard it's delicious. Just a little bit of Dukes on Twitch facts there. That was tough. That game one, when that Tireless Tracker got dazed, I called it. I thought that was it. But of course, you're not dead until you're dead, so... Alright, dude, we can go out for sour cream and we can go out for coffee. Because Melbourne obviously has the best coffee in Australia as well. What goes on your nachos? I am very basic with nachos. You want your Doritos, you want your Dorito salsa, and then you just want a bucket load of cheese. Sometimes we'll add mince, but it's very straight. Nothing spicy, nothing too extravagant, no avo, but sometimes when I get nachos out, we will see sour cream. I'll usually try to eat around it. I'm pretty picky with food, let's be honest. Yeah, no sour cream apparently. I've heard it's good. I always have friends talk about it. But, you know, I haven't got there yet. Oh, Mission Corn Chips. That's a great one. That's a really good one. You're an American living in Europe and people using Doritos as the chip still offends me? Classic. Alright, up against Wengaroo. I think we've played against this player before. We'll definitely play first. And I don't mind this hand. We'll keep it. I think I want to lead on Mum here. Keep the Green Suns for Teeg in case we're up against an unfair deck. And then also just have Hex Drinker as our hopeful win condition. So I'm going to go for Savannah and play the Mum. Our opponent also mulliganed to 6 cards. They're often cheaper than Doritos as well. Yes, that's very correct. Usually on special, especially at IGA. Usually for around $2.50, which is pretty nice. I'm going to say that's like $1.50 American. It's pretty bad right now. Pretty dire. Basic Island. Ponder. Okay. I don't think this changes in any way how I want a Zenith. I still think Zenith Fatigue is going to be the play. Woolies has them on a solid 250 always. Wow, okay. Alright, so we saw a Ponder, and they chose to shuffle. Okay. Probably means they're light on lands. Another Green Suns is pretty interesting. I think because our plan to use Green Suns next turn for Teeg is pretty... We're definitely doing it. I think I'm happy to use the other Green Suns this turn instead of Hexdrinker, because once Teeg is in play, we're not going to be able to actually use the second Green Suns. So I'm going to Windswept into... I probably don't want to show that I'm on black yet. I want to keep this Nurturing Peatland in my hand for as long as possible. So I'm just going to go for a Forest here and then go for Noble Hierarch. Actually, I'm going to go for Birds of Paradise, just in case we do want that second black source. Green Suns for Dryad and play Hexdrinker is pretty nice as well. Also means our clock's a little bit better. So I actually really like that play as well. Maybe even better. Did I hit my step target today? Ooh, 7744. Alright, I'm going to put this on so I don't miss out on any steps that I stream. Alright. Just a passing of the turn, interesting. Could be Brainstorm, could be Counterspell. Oh, okay, we are playing something. Portent, okay. Well then it's going to be Miracles. So Green Suns for Teeg seems pretty great. Cradle would be the optimal draw because it plays around Spell Pierce. But I'm not sure if that's a card that I really have to consider. I think it's really just Force of Will. Or reveal Terminus. Windswept. Force. Alright, well then we might as well try to get a clock going. I mean, my opponent could have actually portent and set it up to draw Terminus in their turn. But I don't think we're winning this game if we don't have a threat in play, and Hexdrinker is just pretty much the perfect threat right here, so... One thing I don't actually think a lot of people do, and should do more, is Wasteland fetch lands against Miracles. This definitely feels like a Terminus setup. Which is pretty horrid. I mean, game one outside of Teeg, this matchup is pretty horrible. And then sideboard doesn't get too much better. We're just going to go straight to the games. Straight to game two. Vraska is fine. I don't mind Thoughtseize. Chokes are great. Surgical is interesting. Veil is interesting. We can definitely take out some number of swords. I don't mind going down on all four just because we still have Decays and Plague Engineers for Plague Engineer. For Mentor. I don't mind dropping a Wasteland. And probably something like a Noble Hierarch. I don't like having too many mana dorks still in the deck after board just because of Terminus and Supreme Verdict. Maybe it's a Hierarch. The one thing that Noble Hierarch and Birds do really well is allow me to play 2-drops with Veil of Summer. Collector Ouphe can most likely come out. I don't think this is going to be a variant of Miracles that plays Astrolabe. And Screws is okay. It can stop things like Snapcaster Mage, but that's about it. I like Veil. I like Veil on the play. I'm gonna drop one Knight. I think it's important to have ways to kill them, of course, but I think Knight's not the greatest in this matchup. We'll see how this goes. We've got a lot of time, which is nice. So hopefully time is with us. Love to play first. Haha, rough. The Cradle really sucks. We get a turn to draw a land. I don't think this is great either. I don't think there's going to be a better 5 though, because we have Thoughtseize, which is fantastic. We can try to make sure that we land this Sylvan Library. I think we have to hope and pray, yeah. So we'll keep this. What do we bottom? I think we're just too far away from Vraska right now to care about it. And hopefully we can find it later down the line with Sylvan Library. Bottom Cradle. Yeah, the one thing I like about Cradle is that it turns, like, drawing Mother of Runes is okay. I think it's Vraska. I think Vraska's just a little bit too low. Yeah, I think just because Mama's an out that I like keeping Cradle. Cradle. Alright. See what they kept. The one lander. Brainstorm, Ponder, Portent, Snapcaster, Plow. So Portent's a little bit different because they draw in their turn. I'm kind of thinking it's between the Ponder and the Snapcaster. I think Ponder's a little bit better. Can lower this down. Okay. Come on, library. Come on, library. I feel like I'm at the table at like roulette. Hiya! Yes. No. Oh, the one land I don't want. Classic. Did they shuffle? They put a card on top. They kept. Bloodstone is... It's not for anything in particular. It is for a night target. And it's just a nice out to have in the deck. Verdant's pretty nice. I'm just going to get a basic off this, I think. Maybe I don't really care. Maybe I just want to go for like Bayou here. I guess I kind of care about back to basics. So maybe I get a forest, so at least I can untap. And then maybe draw into a black source. I think forest is fine. TNN's the big one. Planeswalkers is pretty nice as well. Even against Death and Taxes in game 1, for 1's pretty good. Don't have Disenchant. Please don't have Disenchant. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Tracker's kind of nice. We get at least a... We know they have Swords to Plowshares, but at least we get a hit off it with Cradle. Miracles is tough, especially on a 5. I can't really... I guess it was a 6. Just not really where I want to be. I feel like this is just straight blue-white. Green Suns. We know they have Sword. I think I just want to draw a card here. Maybe draw into a land? Huh. Sure. Oh, Miss Land Drop. Okay, that's kind of nice for us. Thoughtseize. Pretty happy to Thoughtseize. This might even force the Snapcaster out of their hand if they kept it after Brainstorm. Force negation? Interesting. That's fine. I'd love to get Hex Drinker and like just try to rely on Hex Drinker, but I don't think I can. Maybe Safekeeper's where I want to be and then play Plague Engineer. So Hex Drinker does nothing in the face of Snapcaster Mage or Swords to Plowshares. I feel like it's Safekeeper. It might force my opponent to change up their plan a little bit with Swords to Plowshares. I think my plan is to play this Plague Engineer on human. I don't think my opponent drew a land, so they want to ponder into one. Yeah, they're monks, but at least the mentor itself is a human. Interesting. Chose not to shuffle, but they didn't draw anything. Thalia. Alright, start the beatdowns. Probably shouldn't 5. Yeah, I assume it is either Terminus or Mentor. That's fine. It does, but it makes them have the Terminus. That's why I kind of like playing it. Choke is interesting. I think I just like Thalia here a little bit better. Interesting, just to pass back. Savannah's nice because then it means I don't actually need the Cradle online. I guess they could just have Snap and Disenchant. Or just Disenchant. They can snap Disenchant anyway with the Thalia not there because I had 3 mana in blue and also a white. But now we're kind of just stalled, which is really weird. I think I want to be ticking up Blaststone most likely to 3 and then maybe to 4. At least now we can put 2 more counters on Blaststone just this turn with Cradle. Mystic Sanctuary. Pretty good. Haha, pretty good. One, two, three, four. I think Teeg is probably our only out, or Green Sun's here. Library's not the worst. Means I can attack with both of these, especially seeing the Terminus on top. I think I'll just keep this in hand for now. Is there a reason to play it? There probably isn't. There actually isn't. No. I'd rather just have it as unknown information right now. Green Suns is nice. What do we have left in the deck? Might as well go for 5 and then see what we want. Scooze is pretty nice as well. This definitely seems like game over, or pretty close to it. Especially with both libraries going to disenchant, that's pretty rough. There we go. Can't beat and treat. So we are 2-2. Miracles is a deck that I'd love to shore up against, but I just don't think that Maverick really has it. I think you really need to change the deck pretty heavily to be anywhere near favored against Miracles. It's just tough, especially with, you know, if you can compare it to Death and Taxes where they have Aether Vial. It's just so much harder to set up some sort of battlefield that Miracles actually cares about. Yeah, the new set would be cool. I mean, if we've learned anything over the past 3 years, it's that the new tools are coming for D&T a lot more than Maverick. But we'll see how it goes. Could be pretty sweet. I do like the new Kylos. It seems pretty sweet in the Punishing Maverick builds. Pretty hard to deal with as well outside of Council of Judgment, I guess. Yeah, but they're not in the same vein as like Recruiter of the Guard or Containment Priest or like Sanctum Prelate, Palace Jailer. They're cards that we can play, but they're a lot better in D&T. Yeah, but I wouldn't call Oko a Maverick card. It's just a really good card that sees playing Maverick because it's so good. You play Punishing Thieves? That's very cool. Yeah, she seems really good against control. Kind of like a delayed Deathrite Shaman in a sense. Splash Oko and D&T. Come on, Jack. Well, I would love to finish this 3-2. That'd be a nice feeling. Steve MLP. Interesting. I'm gonna keep this. I think because we have the double Green Suns. Pond is fine, okay. When Goblin splashes for Oko, we do have a problem. That's very correct. Hex Drinker, okay. I guess Unsettled Mariner is a little bit different because you can actually cast it off. Cavernous Souls. Ugh, please don't be Terminus on top. Because that's just a concession pretty much. We don't really have a way to deal with it. Looks like it isn't, which is interesting. Astrolabe, okay. Interesting. Windswept Heath. Huh. I also have the option of hitting Astrolabe there. I think because we have the Swords to Plowshares, I'm not too scared of Oko. Ponder's fine. Oh, if we draw a land, we can Green Suns for Collector Ouphe, and then we can play Cradle, play Hex Drinker, and also level it up to 4. But I feel like this is a Swords to Plowshares coming on. Oh, Ponder, okay. Oh, they're tapped out now as well. Interesting. I assume they run a lot of basics. Maybe even as just basics. Alright. Can we draw a land? Can we draw a land? Yeah, it's the Cradle as well. Does that change things? No. 1, 2, 3. Sack the Bayou. Windswept Heath, fetch. Scrubland. Green Suns for 2. I guess if they have, like, swords, it's tough. Lazy. Come on, Jack. What can they have? They definitely need the Swords to Plowshares as a start. Especially right now, because we can't use Karakas on Thalia or Gaddock Teeg. So I feel like Swords to Plowshares is a start. And then maybe they have to get somewhere closer to some sort of board state that they can... Maybe an Oko. Maybe Supreme Verdict. It's very interesting that this card got brought up as a ban topic. It is very good in the decks that it is in, obviously. Not just by being a menacing. Going for Thalia, interesting, okay. Maybe they have Snap Sword? Oh, did they tap wrong? Were they supposed to keep up a white for Swords to Plowshares? Oh, the Astrolabe. Haha, the one thing we were just talking about. Decay. I think you're just like ticking up Hex Drinker and attacking and then holding up Knight. They haven't terminated this game. They haven't shown it at either. I think what they were setting up for was Supreme Verdict, most likely. I didn't mean to... That's rough. I guess we can still attack swords before blocks. That's pretty rough. I meant to take it up the whole way. Preordain, interesting, okay. Maybe they don't have it straight out yet. Council's Judgment would be pretty good here. But is it good enough? Yeah, that's an interesting play there. I guess the issue is that even if this is a 3-3, I can deal 10 next turn. But yeah, maybe keeping them off just an extra color is worth it. They put one on top, one on bottom. Interesting. EE for 1, rough. Main deck EE is pretty good. Interesting, they're going to let us untap. Alright, well I am definitely sacrificing this. And swords, rough. I think they should definitely EE now because then it also hits the Cradle. I don't think they really care about hitting any other 1-drops. I like Peatland here because it means we can draw as well later on. Forest is kind of nice. And then I think holding up the extra draw is better than getting in for 1 here. Also holding up Abrupt Decay. Yeah, strong comeback from them, 100%. Rough. Yep. I'm gonna sack this. Okay. Sylvan's pretty nice. Especially with 34 life. They kind of have to force this if they have force. Maybe I should have baited the Pridemage. It's definitely a play at least. Now I can't even cast the Pridemage because we don't have a white source. Misplays, Dougal. Come on. That's just bad magic. I don't think I'm scared of Oko. I'm happy with them having this for now. I think I'd rather have the clock. Teferi's going to be fine. Probably bouncing this. I think I want to hit this in response now. Because then we can just attack with the Dryad Arbor, hopefully. They don't draw a card now either. Nice. Okay, that's a little win. Because we drew the mum, I kind of just want to attack Teferi here. Yeah, they missed it on 2 draws. That's very correct, because they also drew off the Astrolabe. Knight. Okay, now we're getting there. Attack first. Probably should have... I guess I can't hold up. Abrupt Decay. I need the white source for the knight there. Hierarch's nice because it does actually increase the clock. Come on, boys. Come on. And women. We can do it. We can do it. 2 more attacks. 2 more attacks. That's all I ask. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. Another land is pretty good for us. Just don't be like hard cast Entreat. That'd be pretty brutal. Mentor's fine. Only 1 card left. It's gonna decay here. Nice. 1 card left for my opponent. Can we just do it like Questing Beast and like be over with it? Okay. Classic. Again, you call it. The last card's Force? Rough. Alright. They can draw 1 card here. Shifting Ceratops would have been sweet as well. Let's be honest. We get there. We get there. That was a game I did not think I was going to win. Very happy. Alright. What do we like? I like Choke. That's a great start. I think Vraska is pretty good. Ouphe's actually quite nice. Teeg is interesting. We haven't seen any sweepers yet, but I assume they're going to be bringing in some number of Supreme Verdicts. And they probably run Jace as well, I assume. Hex Drink is probably just a little bit of a trap. This is an interesting one. We did see EE. That's very true. Hey, Irish Visionary, didn't see that. Very cool to see you. What do I really want? What do I really want? Surgical's interesting. I think that's a bit of a trap. I think this is a trap. I think we can go down on a Knight. As good as it is. Safekeeper, we can probably go down on. Hey, Casey, 1990. Thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. Beast is sweet. We can probably drop a Wasteland. I'm pretty happy with that. This is a pretty small change, but I think this is enough. I think I'm happy to go ahead with this and see how it goes. Thoughtseize is interesting, but I don't think it's that great on the play. Sorry, on the draw. Same with Veil. I don't think Veil's that great on the draw. I don't want to overthink this. I'm just going to make this subtle change of Vraska and 2 chokes and see how we go. And if there is a third game, we can come back and see how it goes. It looks like we're playing against Jeskai Mentor. Sand doesn't really do a whole lot. The Nurturing Peatland is really nice because it's a black source that we don't have to fetch for, but it's also just a cantrip in a way. I think there's probably a better 6, especially when we're on the draw. So I'm going to mulligan this. And this is better. I think I'm going to drop the Blast Zone. There's probably a pretty good chance that in the next 3 turns we draw another land, so I'll keep this, drop the Blast Zone. Astrolabe's fine. I kind of want to play. I think Sylvan Library is the highest upside here. I could just pass and decay and upkeep on the Astrolabe. I think they most likely have a removal spell for Thalia. A lot more likely than for Library. I'm just going to go for a basic Forest and Scrubland. I kind of want to keep this for Mentor, or an Oko if they play Oko. But I assume they have like maybe Return to Nature. Return to Nature is a pretty good card, especially in the sideboard. I guess that shows if they're playing Oko. I assume they are. I'm assuming it's not just Jeskai, even though that's what we saw. Interesting, just a pass. Come on, Wastelandable land. Wastelandable land. Not there yet. Basic Mountain means Jeskai? Okay, cool. Teferi's fine. I guess they can bounce this, which is kind of annoying. I think I'm happy just trying it again. And then playing Mum. Ooh, fetch straight away. Interesting. Mentor's okay. I think I actually want to keep this. Bottom. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to stick with Jeskai. Maybe it's the playstyle that this player really likes. It does seem pretty fluid, which is kind of cool. You definitely rely on a lot of 3-drops in Teferi or Mentor to finish off the game, but it looks pretty sweet. Jace is pretty nice. I'm assuming they bounce here. Because if we have a removal spell for the monk, they lose the Teferi. No, they get to tick the Teferi up again. I guess we could draw... If they don't bounce this, they could draw... It's tough. Choke is pretty nice. Green Suns doesn't do a whole lot. Vraska is actually pretty cool. Vraska deals with the Teferi, but it loses to the monk. I think that's okay. Choke doesn't do a whole lot because Teferi can just bounce it and trade. I think Vraska here is pretty nice. Put on top, put on top. I kind of like Knight here. They need to have a removal spell for it. Or else the Jace minus Scryb just deals with. Plague Engineer is also okay. I think Knight's just the best. The upside's just a lot bigger as well. The issue with Oko is that it's just annoying. It just creates this sub-game, which I really don't like playing, but... I don't know. I've never had a... Like a... I don't have anything against it. I think Oko's fine, but... Who am I to say? There are a lot of boring cards in Legacy. I'm sure there's people that want Chalice banned because it does nothing. Yeah, I don't think I can actually... I agree with Tuwa. I don't think I can think of an actual reason why I would want Oko banned. There goes my ability to Green Suns for a Exalted creature. I think I just want to see if they have Force. Because killing Jace would be huge here if they don't. Okay, well then, maybe they have something else. I think my opponent might attack into the Scryb Ranger with Snapcaster Mage, and I hope they really do. Because we can still untap the Scryb Ranger itself and block, which would be kind of cool. Yeah, Earthcraft is an interesting card. The Jace is going high. Kind of scary. We don't have a great out to Jace. Will they attack with both creatures? Oh, they are. Okay. This is a reason to read cards. Unless they're wanting us to return the land and then Sword Scryb Ranger. I'm not sure why they would attack with Snapcaster Mage here. Because now they just lose the Snapcaster Mage. Mana drain. Come on now. Force is fine. I guess I should have tapped my mana the other way around so I could actually recast Thalia. That's a bit of a misplay. Hey, Stream Team 3000, welcome. Hope you're well. We do play Questing Beast. Sadly, it is exiled. It got exiled a few moments ago from a Swords of Plowshares. But yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty nice. I called on it before and it came, which is very cool. Nice to know it's loyal. Drown in the Lock Mana Drain? That's a big call. But I like it. Green Suns, alright. Let's go for... land. I'm going to Green Suns for Scavenging Ooze. Because if they don't respond, they can't flashback Swords to Plowshares. Brainstorm, okay. I do like Drown in the Lock as a card. Seems like a pretty cool design. Very annoying to play against. That's for sure. Another hardcast Force. Alright. This deck might be a little bit dirtily as well. They are down to 7 minutes, so they have to win this game and the next. So we currently have 5 minutes on them. They do have a Jace, which is a win condition, and this monk can get pretty big. Two mana. Swords? What are we seeing here? EE for 2. That's pretty good. Oh, one thing I really like there is they played Engineered Explosives for 1, but with Thalia's tax, they used a different color. So they only used 2 mana in total, but they got 2 counters on it even through a Thalia. Very sweet. I think like Sylvan Library is my best draw here. So I can play Sylvan and Plague Engineer maybe. Choke. Choke's interesting. It keeps them off a bit of mana. Maybe I don't mind Choke and then just hold back the Plague Engineer for now. Does mean Force Negation's turned on, whereas if I played Plague Engineer, it's not. Teferi's fine. Bouncing the Choke's pretty funny. Still brainstorming, interesting. I guess they don't know about the last card. Maybe they're just a little bit unsure about Fate Sealing us. This is still game 2, yeah, we're up a game. Land's pretty nice because it means we can go Choke and Plague Engineer. a little more scary when they have the force. Ugh. Judgment's fine. We luckily have this we can cycle as well, which is kind of nice. So it must be a land on top or a card they can deal with. Interesting. Jailer. Jailer's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Especially now if you just bounce the bird and attack in. Kind of want a swords now just in case they have a counterspell. Oh, we can't. Ah, rough. Ah, no, Teferi. Ah, rough. Okay. Interesting that they showed us Containment Priest. Maybe they just want to try to get through damage here. Yeah, they really need to close it. And then obviously have a really fast start with Mentor. Do they have one more spell? Surely. Okay. Alright. So on the play is going to be interesting. I think I like bringing in Thoughtseize and Veil on the play. I might even take out another Wasteland. Teeg can probably come out. I don't think they're on Supreme Verdict. I think Teeg really only stops Force and Jace. I think I'm happy taking out Teeg. It does hinder us a little bit with Vraska and Green Suns. Can take out Sylvan Safekeeper against this deck. I don't mind the 4 knights. This is a tough one. One choke can go. Yeah, I guess choke isn't that great because they do have access to Astrolabe. I think you really need Ouphe out with choke. And it's just a little bit hard to have them both at the same time. Maybe even choke altogether. Especially if they bring in some sort of removal for it, like Disenchant. I guess they do have Sylvan Library they can actually target, but... One more. Maybe it's a Green Suns, honestly. We're not really looking for anything particular, so I think I'm pretty happy taking out one Green Suns. Not going for Teeg or Ouphe that fast, so I'm just going to go like this. Hopefully get a nice hand. Haha, mulligan. And Ouphe. I'm not keeping this. This is better. We'll keep this and we'll bottom Dryad Arbor. Oh god, we don't have a green source. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's the bird, because if we draw a green source, we can at least green suns later on. We don't necessarily need the bird in opening. Oh, the Arbor. Of course. Sorry. Can we? Oh, we can't go back. We can't go back. Haha, no. Can you? Cancel it? Oh, okay, there we go. Cool. Okay. Well then, maybe we put back the plains and the Qasali? I don't mind that. Okay. I think I'm okay leading on the mum as well. But a swords take Dryad isn't too bad, because then we just get mum back up. So I'm actually going to lead with Dryad. I think that's okay. Forcing it. Interesting. Thoughtseize is pretty funny. They could have something like Containment Priest, yeah. Rough. So we know they have 2 lands, okay. Whew. Need to draw a land. I guess Blast Zone isn't the worst, because we can cast Thalia. Which also has First Strike, which is actually relevant. This Scalding Tarn, okay. Pretty good pickup. I think I'm happy just passing here. Pretty keen to swords the Containment Priest and Encept, just in case we can Green Suns next turn. Haha! Nice. I'm actually going to go for Hex Drinker here. I think Hex Drinker is the way to win. Oh, did we take out Hex Drinker? I think we did. Haha, my bad. Okay, well, I guess Exalted is another way to win. Let's be honest. Yeah, we put it out. Which is fair enough. I don't think it's the greatest against some of the Swords to Plowshares decks. Unless you have Mum out, it can be pretty risky. Decay's kind of nice to have. This bird isn't doing too much in my hand either, so I might as well just cast this Birds of Paradise. Just in case we need the mana next turn for something like Green Suns. It's not like keeping it in hand is doing that much against a sweeper. We don't run Jide or any sort of equipment anyway. Snap's fine. Gotta stay hydrated, boys. EE's pretty good. Hydrated equals more time on the clock. Yeah, unfortunately, I think if our opponent had some sort of mentor start, they could have definitely beaten our start. But it just didn't really line up well. I think I'm okay to take 2 here. Thalia is pretty nice. Teferi is okay. Bounces Thalia. Another land would be kind of cool. Yeah, nice. Can we draw another Reliquary? Okay. Oh, Snapcaster. Interesting. And there it is. We finish up 3-2. Which isn't too bad. We get a chest. We have chests as well that we can open from our Sunday 5-0, which is nice. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully some cool stuff. Master Transmuter. Interesting. Interesting. Talking about the deck, I think it performed pretty well. Classic. That's pretty funny. Screen? Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's still fine. Oh, Doran. Doran is a card that I always wanted to play in Modern as like a Doran junk deck. I just could never find the time to actually put it together. But it seems pretty sweet. Yeah, I should play Underworld Breach. I might play it in Highlander. That'd be pretty fun. Doring and Stomping Ground. I guess Stomping Ground isn't too bad, I don't think. I think Stomping Ground is an okay kind of card. Here we go. Here are the gods. This is where the money is, people. Glistening Oil? Yes. Infect. Bring it. Interesting. Pumps itself. Contagion Engine, very nice. Very nice. I saw that James Hugh got a whole set in one of his. I want one. Oh, interesting. 2 white cards. And just 5 play points. Pretty rough. Don't want to open all of them. One more. Avatar? Okay. I get the puppy. That's kind of cool. Seachrome Coast is a playable in Modern and gets played in Humans. Electrickery, nice. I think Blazing Volley is just better than Electrickery. Army of the Damned, very cool. 10 play points, very cool. No. Here we go, 4 more. Ancient Hellkite, yes. 20 play points, yes. Very nice. What do we get? Yes, Primal Command and Blood Crypt? Hell yeah. Hell yes. 2 more. Dictated Twin Guards, 10 play points. Yes, alright. I'm going to close my eyes for this one. What do we get? What do we get? Something good? Duplicant. Very nice. And 25 play points. Okay. Well, that's pretty sweet. Back to the deck. How long till you have a Highlander deck from chests? Pretty long. Some cool things about Australian Highlander. I actually have a video coming up with Pleasant Kenobi. Much like how Angus from CBR MTG played a 5-rounder with him, I will be playing a 5-rounder with him, which is very cool. We play Australian Highlander, which is 60 card singleton, 7 points. I'll actually get the you can find through Oz Eternal the point system. So here are the rules of 7-point Highlander. Very cool format. Of course, Canadian Highlander is also very cool. I'm a big fan of it. Big fan of the North 100, which is a podcast on our YouTube that is pretty much all Highlander, which is very cool. Knight Rider, I would love to do another league, but I got to do some work, which is rough. 7pointhighlander.com.au? Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. What? Okay. When was 7pointhighlander.com.au made? That's interesting. Oh, it's made by the Points Committee? Interesting. Okay. Alright. That's me. That's me done. I'm going to send you guys over to someone else. Most likely... Modern? Magus is pretty cool. Magus of the Moon. There's also the Oracle, but I don't believe they're playing Legacy. There's an MCQ on right now, which is kind of cool. Interesting, interesting. Oh, you're in quarantine? Rough, dude. I hope you feel better soon. I will here, I'll give you a link to my YouTube if you haven't found it already. My YouTube channel has all my streams, and then I also have recorded versions there. Dare to be a donut, you on it. So if you want to find me on YouTube, you can find me on YouTube. If you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me at Dukes on Twitch on Twitter, which is right here. You can also look at the Green Sun Zenith, of course, and in the Green Sun Zenith, if you go to content, I've actually got a coverage page, which is pretty cool, which is a mixture of Punishing Maverick, Dark Maverick, Green White Maverick, all the legacy you need. Hopefully. But yeah, feel better. Let us know how you go. I'm not playing Friday, unfortunately. It's my birthday, so I'm going out for dinner. I will be back on Sunday morning. No, I won't, because I'm playing Legacy. I won't be back until most likely next Tuesday. Jesus, all the best. Thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think Maverick's pretty good right now. There's always some changes to this deck that you could make. I think that these are definitely 2 flex slots that you can play around with, maybe even 3 here. The Playing Engineers as well, the Abrupt Decays as well. It's a pretty fun time for today. Hey, thank you very much. But yeah, my name is Dukes on Twitch. I stream on Wednesday nights at Australian 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays at 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll catch you next week. Thank you everyone for watching. A huge thank you for anyone who followed today, of course, as well, because we have the goal going. That is me. This league will be up on YouTube. Hopefully see you guys next week. Enjoy your weeks. Stay safe. Play hard, play fair. Cheers.